Okay, in this video I want to catch up and add bevels to the pieces that don't have bevels yet, so that way everything's in roughly the same place. So first area we need to add bevels on is down here. So, I trust that most of you can do this on your own now, but I'll go through it anyways. So we're going to do angle limit method about 3 segments, and my guess is that it's not this, it's probably the cutters that have incorrect normals, so we just turn on the cutters collection, select the cutter in edit mode, Shift N to fix that. It looks like that was the only one giving us problems, so that's good. And of course, I need to shade this smooth, turn on auto smooth, and we're going to change the miter type to an arc instead to make that cleaner. And the shading just goes crazy, but we should be able to resolve that by clicking on harden normals or by simply adding on a weighted normal. Okay, so this piece looks complete. I'm happy with that. Now instead of doing the same thing here, I'm just going to go ahead and select this, shift click this, and then Control C, copy selected modifiers, and we're going to copy, actually I did that the wrong way, this one first and then select this one. Copy selected modifiers with Control C, and then we'll go ahead and apply the bevel there. Okay, that's not too bad. Now this is interesting. Let's see why it's not just terminating. Maybe we could... First of all, I need to shade the smooth and then turn on auto smooth to make sure everything is all in well there. Okay, let's see if just a quick flip of the normals fixes anything. Okay, it looks like those are fine. What I might do, as a matter of fact, is apply the boolean here, and we could isolate this with / on the number pad, and this is interesting. It looks like the entire bottom set of normals was flipped, so we're just going to select the entire thing, Shift N, let Blender take care of business there, and yeah, we're good to go. Now I'm not going to bother undoing it to bring the boolean back. I'm already pretty sure this is where I want to leave it anyways. Now this one probably doesn't need a massive bevel. We could, adjust the offset a little bit if we wanted to. Looks pretty decent. Now up here we technically already have a bevel in the form of a chamfer, this 45-degree bevel. But in the real world, if you have chamfers like this, the edges above the chamfers, like here and here, actually are beveled as well. So what we're going to do, you're going to see this is the bevel for the chamfer. We're going to add on another one. We're going to go ahead and click on this. We're going to add another bevel modifier, change it to angle, 3 segments, and you're going to see this is now catching the areas above and below the chamfer, so we can just shade this smooth. We're going to turn on auto smooth, and it looks like, let's see, it's not the bevel angle that's catching. It looks like we need to adjust the auto smooth angle maybe. It's not that. My guess is if I harden the normals that'll fix the issue, which it did. Okay, so now we're going to go to this piece, and right off the bat I'm actually going to go ahead and apply the booleans because I don't need them anymore really. Let's add a separate data user. We can apply the boolean, we can apply the chamfer, and then apply this final boolean. So now all we're left with is, well, nothing at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and just right off the bat, to avoid any complications, just recalculate the normals with Shift N, just to make sure everything will be fine when we add in a bevel. So let's just go ahead and shift select this, Control C to copy the selected modifiers, and we're going to copy that second bevel there. Now nothing's going to happen. We probably just need to turn off clamp, and yeah, that fixed the problem. And it looks like I see what the issue was with the clamp. Something down here is pinching, and if we look, we're going to see we have 2 near miss vertices. So let's go ahead, make sure auto merge is turned on, and double tap G and merge that up there. Same for this side. Not sure how that happened, but it did happen. Let's slide this one as well. So sliding verts fix that, and now you're going to see the clamp probably won't kick in at all if we turn that off or on, because there's actually no overlap anymore. But what I do want to do is change the miter type to an arc, make that cleaner, and it looks like we are good. I don't see any further problems here, so / on the number pad to bring that back in. And then for this piece, I'm just going to go ahead and we'll do the same thing. Apply all the booleans, the chamfers, to make sure the normals are correctly oriented. Then I'm just going to copy the bevel here, trying to speed things up a bit just because at this point I'm sure you guys know what to do. Okay, we have some duplicate verts which we need to slide up. Once again, not sure how those happen, but they were there, so we might as well fix them. And it looks like this thing is... there's a little bit of pinching right here. Maybe that's the shadow? Yeah, that's a shadow. You gotta be careful. Sometimes the shadows can be mistaken for artifacts. And usually you can tell because all the geo looks fine and it's still doing it. And that usually just means it's the shadow reflecting off a weird point on the mesh. Okay, I think we only have a few extra pieces to add a bevel to. Namely this piece. And then up here, actually we already did up here, didn't we? So not too much left. This piece, and then this upper area. And I think that's it. Maybe for the scope base. So we're just going to make this nice and easy. We're going to go and apply a bevel. Angle 3 or so segments. The clamp is definitely going to kick in because this mesh has a nasty bevel here. Let's go ahead and recalculate those normals. That's one of the problems, but I don't think I've mentioned it yet. But by the way, the reason we have to recalculate normals so much is because when you add in single verts, depending on the way you extrude the vertex is going to base the normal orientation. If you extrude it left, for example, versus right, one or the other is going to have the bad orientation. So it's usually just a gamble. That's primarily why I enjoy using hard ops when I model, because it doesn't have to, we don't have to deal with that ever. Let's go ahead and harden the normals here. Okay, this will be an easy cleanup if we apply the boolean. We just gotta merge these near miss ones and we'll be good to go. So that one looks pretty clean. We'll do the same thing for this one. As a matter of fact, we'll just copy that bevel. We'll go ahead and just get in here, and if things are in the way of the bevel, we can just slide them out like that. Double tap G, just slide them out of the way. This one's interesting. You know what, I might just drop the bevel just a bit so that way it doesn't intersect. There we go. That looks good to me. Now we're going to go up here, and just to make life easier, we're going to steal the bevel from that one, and we're going to steal the bevel here. And it looks like this one was pretty good off the bat. Let's make sure we actually shade the smooth, because I don't think we did that yet. Auto smooth. Okay, we already did it for that one. So this one turned out pretty nice, no normal issues or anything. And just for the hell of it, even though we haven't detailed this piece yet, we'll just go ahead and add a bevel there as well, just to make Blender happy. Now, let's auto smooth. And for some reason, the bevels are not kicking in. Let's see. Actually, I think it is. It's just probably very tiny. Yeah, that's the issue. And we also haven't applied the scale here. I can tell because look how biased that bevel is. So we're going to apply the rotation and scale. And now Blender is going to be happy with us. We can increase that, and we're good to go. Okay, as a challenge before the next video, I'm going to ask you to add a bevel to this trigger area, as well as this piece, because these are the only ones left where we haven't added in a bevel yet. So if you run into artifacts or normal issues, I want you to practice, learn how to fix those. They should be pretty easy to fix on these pieces. And in the next video, we'll continue on.